5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Welcome back to another Chinmen&Don podcast where we talk about anything and everything. And today, Chinmen's not here with me again. I don't know why. I think he's slacking. Write down the comment. Tell him to stop slacking. But today we have, I want to say, an old friend, really old friend, as a guest. Everybody, put your hands together for Tina XIONG.
Hi guys.
Welcome, Tina. Welcome.
Thank you for having me, Sue.
Oh yeah. In this podcast, we kind of want me and Chinmen, before we started, we were like, how about we just bring friends and family and people that are interested.
Yeah.
You know, because we live in Fresno, we don't really have a lot of like big celebrities, so we're like, we just bring whoever we want to.
Yeah, pretty much.
And one thing too, me and Chinmen, we love to talk. Especially me. I just love to talk. I just love to listen to like people and like just tell them their stories.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So, how about you? How's everything going?
Everything's going good.
All right.
Yeah.
So what have you been doing? I see you've been doing a lot of things on social media.
I've been doing a lot of things.
Yeah.
So what have I been doing? What have you been seeing?
Obviously, you do a lot of modeling.
Okay, so I got into modeling, I want to say 2010. And then, you know, it's just I was just helping friends out, photography friends out with like shoots, promotions and stuff like that. And then I put that, it's just a hobby, you know, so I put that on the side, got into a relationship, you know, started a family, you know, got married, did the whole married thing, started a family. And then since my divorce, you know, like I feel like you have to go back and reinvent yourself.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much what I did, you know, picked up on hobbies from before, get into new hobbies, try to like recreate myself as an individual.
Yeah, try to find yourself again.
Yeah, and that's what I've been pretty much doing. So I got back into modeling because a friend of mine, he was starting his photography. Okay. And so he was like, hey, he actually shot me and my daughter, actually. And so with that, he was like, hey, like, if you don't mind, like if you don't mind being a model for me for different sceneries, you know, because you're of age, and I feel like it's, if you have time, like, would you, if you don't mind, if you have time, would you be a model for me? I'm like, yeah, that's fine, you know, I don't mind it. It gives me something to do, you know?
Yeah.
And I always have that perception of take pictures while you're young, you're living, because when you're like 90, you want to look back at those memories like, damn, I look good.
Yeah.
Or like, and because like we could visualize ourselves when we're younger.
Yeah.
But then if you have a picture capture, you have it forever.
That's
you know?
true.
And so that's why I love taking pictures. I've always been photogenic ever since like middle school, high school, you know, stuff like that. And that's why I just love doing what I do, you know?
Yeah.
I don't necessarily call myself a model. I just enjoy doing what I do.
Well, you're taking photo of yourself. You know, I mean, you're getting, like, I think that guy that are taking photo of you or your photographer, I think he's pretty talented.
Yeah.
So to me, I'm like, you're a model, and he's like a professional photographer. So I was like, that's a model to me.
Yeah, so pretty much, that's pretty much what it is.
Yeah. As a model, you know, that's the whole thing, right?
Yeah.
So, before we sorry to interrupt you, but before we go any further, I want to say you are the first female guest on our podcast. So thank you for coming. We always wanted to get like a female perspective, because me and Chinmen, we talk about relationships, sex. Yeah. Like I said, I hope you're open about that.
I'm open about it.
Okay.
Trust me, I'm open about it.
Yeah, because like we said, we're like in the mom community, it's so it's kind of taboo talking about like sex and relationship and like kind of just opening yourself out there to the public, right? And then I know for sure a lot of like Hmong women, they kind of,
they're more I feel like as a Hmong woman, we grow up to be more
like conservative.
Conservative about sex, you know, about anything in general,
especially like having your own time, or like trying to find you. Because I think because I have a sister, and I remember my parents and like my uncles and my aunts that always say like, when you like, they'll tell my sister, and then they're like, once you get married, like it's all about the family. It's nothing like, you can't spend time on yourself. you and your husband are like best friends. You guys do everything together. There's no you going out by yourself.
Yeah.
There's no you come to the house by yourself without your husband. And to me, I'm like, that's kind of weird, you know?
Yeah.
And especially now that we are in America, I was like, it makes no sense.
Yeah.
Because I believe that everybody should have their alone time. And
it's important.
yeah, for me growing up, I'm like, if I was like, I had a girl, I'm like, go out with your friend. Like, I'm gonna go out with my friend.
Yeah.
I want my time. So for me, I'm like, it's kind of hard to be a Hmong woman
in the Hmong community. It really is. It is. I think the expectation standards for Hmong women is it's high, and then at the same time too, there's a lot of restrictions. Yeah. And then alongside with like the American culture to the Hmong culture or tradition, it's hard to, I would say your upbringing in the American culture is hard when your parents are still traditional. Yeah. And because the mindset's different, you know? But then I feel like this generation, Hmong people are like they're not rebelling. They've adjusted to the American culture.
Yeah. So talking about your upbringing. So if you guys don't know, me and Tina, you can say we grew up together. Yeah, because you were friends with my sister, my older sister, and you guys were like a couple years older than us. But I remember us just growing up together and going to the same school and all that, being dumbass. me and my buddies were dumb. So good times. Yeah. So as you growing up, how many like brothers and sisters you had?
I have 4 brothers and 4 sisters.
4 brothers, 4 sisters. Yeah. So you're the old. No.
I am the second youngest daughter.
Okay. Yeah. Well, was it pretty hard having like older brothers and older sister?
No, I feel like having older siblings, they kind of break the barriers for you in some sense. And then not just that too, you know, everybody has different personalities, different traits, and then you kind of learn from them. And then, as well as, you know, like if my mom wasn't able to do it, my older siblings were able to do it. Yeah. So it was nice because like for me, because I only have my only daughter. Yeah. And I just feel like if she doesn't have siblings, she's not gonna have that.
That experience.
How we grew up, you know. So
I don't know. Hard. I grew up with older brother and older sister. I'm like for me, I think we're different because I remember you as like you were good. Like I don't think none of y'all got into trouble like me. I'm like a degenerate in my family. I'm the degenerate one. So I was like the first one to like go out and like party, and I know I was a hot mess for my parents to handle it. And like I tell people, I was like, yeah, I got beat up by my dad. Yeah. I was like, I wasn't ashamed of it. I was like, yeah, he beat me up pretty bad, but I deserve it. Yeah. As a kid, I was like, I freaking deserve it for what I put them through, right? So for you, like, since you have your own daughter now, do you? I don't know if your parents like my parents, but they were pretty strict. My dad was really strict. Yeah. Are you pretty strict with your daughter?
You know, I'm lenient with my daughter. I would say my parents, growing up with my parents, they were understanding, really understanding. Okay. They were adaptive to the Western culture. Okay. You know, because my parents, I didn't grow up in a traditional family, a traditional Hmong family. My parents, we went to church. Okay. But you know, like church, that's a whole different topic and stuff. But it doesn't mean that we don't understand the shaman culture. You know, we still don't, like, it doesn't mean that we don't disrespect, like, we don't, we still respect the Hmong culture and the tradition. I feel like growing up, that's always going to be a part of me. But my parents, they're understanding, you know, they would always advise us what's bad, what's good. That's any parent, you know. And then I do remember growing up, like, I think middle school, high school, we went out, you know? But, yeah, we would get in trouble, too. Okay. I don't think I ever got hit for going out or anything like that. But, you know, like, you know, you just get talked to and stuff. And, you know, your parents are upset and they're worried and stuff. But me as a parent today, I try to be at a more understanding level of my daughter. Even though she's still little, but that's the kind of parent I want to be. I want to be a parent, but I want her to be open and honest with me and be able to come to me about anything.
That's really good. Because I feel like growing up because like me and my mom were really close. Me and my dad were kind of distant because I remember growing up, my dad was just like he wasn't like a father. He was like more like a authority. Yeah. So as a human being, you're like, he's authority. He's like a cop. So you're like, you don't really turn to him, right? Yeah. And then now I kind of like try to rebuild our relationship. We are getting a little bit closer, but we're still kind of distant. Yeah. We never had that rapport, like you said, you want your daughter to have like whenever she's going through a rough time or going through anything, she can turn to you as a not as a mom, but as like as a mom and as a friend. Yeah. For me, I'm like, when I go through like heartbreaks or like I'll cry or whatever, and my dad was like, toughen up, dude. Yeah,
this is the tough love. I know your dad. I know your dad, you know? Yeah, so I know how he is. He has that, like he doesn't tolerate anything.
He doesn't. Yeah. He doesn't.
Like even his expression, you know, he has that face.
Because look. Like I said, he was in the military in Thailand, so... And he had to grow up really fast or really young, and he never had that that kid experience or that teenager experience. Because I guess he was like, at 14, my grandpa left. He got another wife. My grandpa was a pimp. He had like 4 wives. I need to step up my game, but yeah. So he had to grow up really fast, take care of my grandma and all that. So. In his head, I remember telling him, he, like, till this day, he was like, when you get married, he was like, I got married when I was like 16, 17. Yeah. And for me, growing up, I never understood, like, I never tried to understand him. I was like, man, dude, my dad's a dick. Like, I'm gonna fight him one of these days. Like, that was always a joke. Where I'm like, I'm gonna fight my dad one of these days. And now that I grew up, now I could like empathize with him, like, oh, this is why he was so strict on me, because he was in the military. He had to grow up really fast, and he never had that kid experience like me. Yeah. So now that I'm older, I fell for him, and I'm like, it's just because it was hard for him to express himself, because in the military you don't express yourself. Yeah. You know, at that time you don't express yourself. You had to be a man. You had to grow up to be a man and take care of the family. Yeah. And for me, I was a knucklehead, so I was nothing like my dad. You know, so my dad was really straight growing up. Like you said, you know, my dad, he never had that. I think I saw my dad cry once, and he hugged me once. Yeah.
In your lifetime.
My lifetime. Oh my god. I think when I graduated, he kind of like hugged me to take a photo. He was like, oh, okay.
That's enough.
Like, all right. All right. And I think the first time I saw him cry was, I think, when my grandpa passed, and then he kind of just like shed a tear. Yeah. And he wiped it off real quick. Yeah. Like, there's no crying in this household. I was like, all right, cool. How about your dad? What was your dad?
My dad, he wasn't. I don't know.
He was pretty cool. He was pretty lenient.
Yeah. My dad's chill. Yeah.
I remember. Yeah, your dad's kind of like lenient.
Yeah, my dad's quiet. He's chill. He'll say things when he needs to say it. You know, I'm gonna advise you for what's right. You know, that's just my dad. Yeah. Yeah. Well,
I remember your dad's really quiet. Yeah. Like he doesn't really talk that much.
Yeah, he doesn't talk. He only talks when it's needed. You know? Yeah, pretty much. I would say growing up, I was close. I did stuff with my dad and my mom. Yeah. But then as time, you know, as we get older, I feel like have a better bond with my mom. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of want to change that. I remember telling, like, me and Chimmy, we were talking, I was always say, man, when I have like a daughter, I was like, I want to be my daughter's best friend. Yeah. Because like I said, growing up, I think in the mom community, the man usually a little bit more old school. Like I said, like probably like my dad, where they like, I'm the man of the house. Yeah. You know, I had to be the man of the house. You had to respect me as a father, not as a friend only. You know. Yeah. And for me, I kind of want to change that, because I see that not having parents there could affect you. Yeah. You know, of course. And for you, I want to bring this to you because you have a daughter and you went through a divorce. Do you feel like that affect your daughter? Like, as a mother, can you see that?
No, because as a parent, and going through the whole divorce, and you know, I just told myself, like, no, like, I'm not gonna let my divorce affect my daughter. And no matter what happened between me and her dad, it's really upon me how I raise my child. And so I never want her to feel like, even though her parents are not together no more, she doesn't have a family, or that we're not there for her, and she can't turn to us, you know. So I don't ever want her to feel that way. So I do everything for her and with her. Okay. Yeah. So it's just the upbringing is different. It is a lot different, I would say. But you know, I think as long as you still keep the tradition going from what you established,
the core value.
Yeah, for your family, then like I think it would be fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, if you don't mind me asking, is her father still in the picture with you guys? Like, you guys still do like co-parents?
Yeah, so we're co-parenting.
Okay.
I feel like we have a really great co-parenting relationship.
Okay, that's good.
You know, and you know, we're just doing it for her because it's the fact that even though our marriage didn't work out, it doesn't mean we can't parent together. Her, you know,
that's a really mature way of looking at it.
Yeah, and you know, I feel like it's. When you handle things at a mutual agreement, you're gonna bring up your child in a positive family manner way. Rather than thinking like, oh, me and your dad are not together, but we can't co-parent. Because my thing is, even though we're not together, it doesn't mean that she doesn't deserve a family. We are still a family. Yeah. And so even though when things had happened, I told her, you know, because, you know, I just see in her in the first like few weeks, you know, she was in preschool and she was like, oh, one of her classmates has her mom and dad, they're still together. And I told her, I said, you know what, honey, like, even though mom and dad's not together no more, you still have a family. You know, mom and dad is still there and we have you. And I think it's just a lot of reassurance, you know, like, we still love you, you know, and stuff. And it took a while to be able to do things together as a family for her. But I think that's the main goal. Okay. Yeah, it's to provide her that family. Okay. Because you know what, it wasn't her fault. It's never her fault. It's never her fault.
But as a kid, I'm pretty sure that you will kind of say, "Oh, because of me, that's why they split."
Yeah. So, and I don't ever want her to feel that way. Yeah. So a lot of reassurance and a lot of, I mean, we have disagreements as parents, but you know,
that's always gonna happen.
Yeah, it's gonna happen, and I think it's just changing your mindset.
Yeah. Seeing things from like a different views. Yeah. And now that she's a little bit older, maybe she like understand a little bit better.
Yeah, she does.
And I'm pretty sure when she was like a teenager, she'll understand that relationship don't last. You know, exactly. Things happen. Yeah, exactly. You kind of grow up, kind of grew apart. Yeah. Everybody's gonna go through heartbreaks and all that. Like I always tell people, I was like, stop watching Hollywood movies. Even though I'm like a rom-com guy, like, I love watching like rom-com. I'm like, it's never like that. All right. I was like, you're going to go through ups and downs and argument and fights. And sometimes you just want to freaking leave her and never come back. But yeah, it's crazy how Hollywood portrayed like love. Right. And then some people kind of have that perspective of like, oh, if I find the right one, it's just going to be nothing but sunshine and butterflies and bunnies. And I'm like, no. Especially like the younger generation, you know, growing up. But talking about that's really good that you guys can co-parents. Cause I know a lot of couple that kind of had like a bad breakup where they kind of did you guys go through like the court system or do you guys
no, it's just traditionally marriage.
Okay, okay, that's good. Oh no, I'm talking about like when you guys split up.
Oh no, because we were just traditionally married through the Hmong culture, and we never married through like the court system. So, okay. Yeah.
Weren't you guys married for like 10 years?
No, we were together for 7 years. We were married for 3 years.
Oh, that's 10.
Yeah. No, so
did you?
So 7. We dated 4 years and then we married 3 years. In total, we were together for like 7.5 years.
Oh, total. Yeah. Okay. Oh, yeah. Because I think in California laws they say if you've been together for 10 years, it doesn't matter if you're married through the court or anything. You guys are a couple. So when you guys split, it's all that. But I just want to say that because when one of our buddy got a divorce, I told them, I was like, don't go through the court system. Because like, if you go through the court system, they're gonna make you look like you're the bad guy. I mean, he did fucked up. Yeah. He cheated. he messed up. Like, I know he messed up. But I was like, ask her, like, be adult and see if you guys could work things out yourself.
Yeah.
And he did. He went over there and he talked to her. He admits he's wrong, and then he was like, if you're willing to work with me, I want to work with you.
Yeah.
So they did it by themselves. They didn't go through like the court system and all that. I mean, it was pretty bad. It was like really close.
Yeah.
Where she was about to take him to court, but I was like, hey, dude, you just gotta man up, talk to her.
Yeah.
Because I guess in that part, I think at that time he didn't like want to talk to her. Mm-hmm. So I was like, dude, you can't run away from your problem. I was like, you put yourself in that situation, deal with it, and move on. Much. I was like, if you had to pay child support, you had to pay child support, bro. That's your kid, whatever. But he talked to her, and then they kind of had like an agreement, like, okay, you have him for a weekend, I have him for a weekend. They kind of just work things out, and now they're like co-parenting, and that's really good. And I know her too, you know. And when I see her, she doesn't have like any animosity towards me, or I don't have any animosity towards her. It's kind of funny because we had like mutual friend, and they'll ask me, they're like, do you hate her or anything? I was like, no, why?
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't my relationship.
Yeah.
It's my buddy's relationship. Like, I had no animosity towards her at all.
Yeah.
Like, no, if I see her, I still hug her. I'll still say how's it going. So, how about you? Like, it kind of shunned in the Hmong community as like a divorce.
Yes.
Was it pretty hard for you?
You know what? I've always carried, like, the way I carry myself, my upbringing, I would say I always just had that attitude where, like, I really don't care if people are judging me.
Yeah.
What I do, how
I dress,
I look, you know, and stuff like that. So honestly, like, it was hard, you know, to accept that, wow, like, I can't believe I'm 30 and I'm getting a divorce and, you know, stuff like that. But I feel like if you're a strong individual and you learn to block those things out, then it doesn't impact you as a person. Because I know my friends, family, they know who I am. And it doesn't matter if people are judging me like, oh my gosh, she's divorced. Like, it's shamed on in the Hmong community. Yes, it is. But you know what? Like, in the Western culture, it's gotten to be kind of normal. Yeah,
it's kind of got into like a acceptable things where
you know, because
everybody's divorced.
Yeah, you know, and not just that too, but it's not common. But I have to say, you know, if you're not happy in your marriage, would you want to suffer the rest of your life and put up with it and be miserable? Or would you just get a divorce and both of you guys could move on with your life and be happy?
Yeah, it's not that you're saying that don't fight for it.
Yeah.
But there's a certain point where like you done everything and nothing's happening, and then that's when you kind of have to swallow the pill and say, you know what?
It's just not gonna
work out because we're so different.
Yeah.
And to me, I think there's nothing wrong with that. Am I afraid? Yes.
Yeah.
As a man, I'm freaking afraid. Like, like, not afraid of like divorcing, but afraid of me fucking up.
Yeah.
Because I'm such a fuck up. My whole life, I'm always a fuck up.
Oh my God.
Like, you can talk to my parents, you can talk to my teacher, all my friends. I'm such a fuck up. I think that's the reason why I never got into like a real long-term relationship. You know, and I'm always afraid of like me fucking up, because I know that I get tired of things quick.
Okay.
I know it's bad. It's a commitment issue. I have a commitment issue. So, not about me. Go back to you. Are you dating now? Like, are you putting yourself out there for? Because somebody in the comment might, you know, might like it. They might hit you up on your DM. You know. So what was the status right now?
My status, I am still single.
Okay.
Am I looking for something? No, I'm not at this moment. But if it happens, then it does.
Okay.
Yeah, you know.
I was like, you about to just break somebody's heart right now. But okay, you give them hope.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
You
so
give some hope.
Yeah. So I mean, I feel like dating today is different.
Yeah.
Really,
oh my God, so different.
It's so different. So. There was a lot of adjusting to do, but I don't put myself out there to date. I think I'm just investing in myself right now.
Are you doing any like Tinder, any online dating?
No. So I've tried online dating because a few friends had recommended to me, and it's just not for me, honestly.
Do you get a lot of like creeps? I want to know that.
Creeps.
Cause
what's a creep?
I don't know, like okay, like weird guy. Because like for me, I hear, because I have friends that are in the dating site, and they'll tell me, they're like, oh my god, I got hit up by this guy, super weird. And so I'm so like, I do not ever want to come up as like that's the number one thing that me and Chinmen are like. We do not want to be called creep.
Okay. I think I was just on a dating app for like maybe a week. Just to
really?
Yeah, just to try it out. And this was like probably during the closing of coronavirus.
Okay.
And I just feel like I don't have time for it.
Okay.
So so I don't know if I ever came across a creep.
Okay.
Because I wasn't on there long enough.
To experience. Yeah. Because they'll tell me like they get like, I don't know if you get dick pics, but they tell me they get dick pics.
Yeah.
Okay, so you get dick pics.
It's like so common. You know?
Really? Dude, that's so crazy.
It's just like, okay, thank you, but no thank you.
Have you seen one? Have you like scroll and see one? You're like, oh, not bad. Or like you're like, because I think a penis is kind of like disgusting. Like it just hang there. It's kind of weird, but probably to you guys it might be different. So I kind of want to know, like.
Okay, so I don't know, because like I've seen so many I want to say human body parts that
okay. I was about to say penis. I was like,
or
like
penises too, but it's just so normal to me.
Okay.
So I don't like, to me, like for you to be like, oh, ew, ugly, like dang, that one looks good,
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't know how to react in that way because it's just so normal to me. Yeah.
So like, what happens if like a guy that is like ripped up, like super ripped, and his penis is like probably like right here? Would you like, oh damn, hit him back, or like would you like no, like I'll never like respond to that? I just want to know. So I just want to know the woman perspective.
Okay, you want to know? Okay, my perspective is, like. I hear a lot about women talking about they want, like, size matters.
Yeah.
Okay, size to a certain size matters. Okay, I would say for me, but
I was gonna ask you that. That was gonna be one of the questions I was gonna ask.
But then if it's like what, like a size 12?
Yeah, like a 12-inch.
Yeah, like a 12-inch. Then no, I'll pass, because.
Won't you like kind of want to like try it out?
No, because it's like. That's pain,
Okay.
Pain pleasurable? It could be, but then at the same time too, I don't know if it is.
Because I think that not woman, but human body is so adaptive to like things, right? Mm-hmm. Maybe you just gotta try it out a couple times, and you'll get used to it, right? But yeah, I was gonna ask you, does size matter? So you say.
So does size matter? I said, size to a certain amount. Yes, does matter.
Okay, so. What's the biggest and what's the smallest that you'll cut it off?
Biggest? I wouldn't. Biggest? I don't know, because I don't know how big they go. They can't.
How many? Okay. How about this? How many sex partner have you had in your? If you don't mind me asking, or you don't mind sharing to the whole world, how many sex partner have you had?
So.
Or you can just say like you have enough experience. You can say that too. You don't have to give me like an exact number.
I would say in my lifetime, I have a pretty low body count.
Oh really?
Yeah, I do. Because.
See, for me, I was like, if I were a woman, I'd be a hoe. I'll find me a rich guy.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but yeah, go for it.
Yeah. So I would say, because I would say when I started dating, I've always been in long-term relationships. So like I don't put myself out there, even though I've been single, but I just don't have time for that. It's not a priority right now.
Yeah. So now that you're single and because they always talk about like the whole period, like being the whole period, the whole phase, right? Because you've been such in a long relationship and you got married and all that, you got divorced. Don't you want to experience that? Like, did that intrigue you at all?
So, like, yes, everybody has a hoe phase.
Yeah.
I feel like anybody who's before they settle, I feel like they need to get that out of their system. That's one advice I would advise somebody who's still single, is to get everything out of your system before you decide to settle. Because then when you settle, you're all about that person and your mind doesn't wander.
Yeah.
Or you don't wonder about different experiences or different women or men. And, you know, you just want to be with that person.
Yeah, yeah.
And, because I've been in long-term relationships, and now that I'm single, I feel like, yes, maybe I should be going through my hoe phase because I've not experienced that. But that's just not me, though.
Is it not you because you kind of grew up with that tradition
of just being like loyal to
one
person?
like loyal to one person, don't show my body off to the whole world, like keep my sexual a picture to me and my partner only? Or is it because you're like, I don't know if I'm gonna enjoy it, or like, are you afraid of like catching disease or
so like showing my body, I don't mind because you've seen my pictures that I posted and stuff. But because I feel like a woman should love their body, you know, and embrace it,
especially now.
Yeah, and embrace it, and but then. To me, I think it's more of I've always been a one person
kind of girl.
Yeah. And I don't want to put myself out there. One thing is I don't have time, or maybe I do have time. I just don't put time into it.
Yeah,
it's not a priority. Yeah,
especially if you have a kid too.
Yeah, and yes, I don't want to go around and catch any STIs. Because health, everything is health. You know? And we know that from coronavirus, right? Yeah. And that's like.
But I mean, they have medication to like suppress it. And I mean, look at Matt Nelson. You know, I mean, he lived with AIDS for so long.
Oh my God, that and sometimes it's just not worth my time.
Yeah.
It's like. Are you serious?
I mean, I have like some sexual partner that I'm like, it was not worth me losing sleep for it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like, especially now that I'm older.
It's like it's not worth it.
Yeah,
it's not worth it. And then being a woman, is it worth throwing off your pH?
Yeah. Okay, yeah. See, I don't know none of that. But for me, I remember this chick that I used to work with. She hit me up, and I think it was like after a fight, me, Truman, and like all the cousins were at my house, and she hit me up. And I'm like, oh, yo, like this chick just hit me up, but it was like already like 11, almost 12. I was like, yo, this chick hit me up. She wanted me to go to the house, and they're like, dude, are you gonna go? Like, dude, you should go. I'm like, nah, I'm not gonna go. They're like, why not? I was like, dude, I'm too freaking tired. I was like, I gotta work the next morning. I was like, I'm too tired for this. Yeah. And they're like, dude, I don't get you. And because Chimen never experienced that whole phase. Because Chimen got, I think it's 17, 18. I think no. I want to say 20 or 21. He got into like a serious relationship. Yeah. And lasted for like 10 years. And now he's like 31, 32. And he kind of never had that one night stand or like multiple partnership. And for me, I've been through that. Yeah. And he was like, dude, I don't get you. Like, what the fuck? Like, he's like, if a girl hit me up, I'm going to go no matter what. I'm like, sometimes it's just not worth it. You know, I'm like, yeah, she's a cool person, but I don't think it's worth it. I was like, I'm just going to go to sleep. And my buddy, and like, they still make fun of me till this day. Yeah, till this day. And I get where you're coming from, you know? Like, you're like, man, I got too much shit going on. Like, I'm in the same boat as you. Like, I'm not looking, but if it comes along, it comes along.
Yeah, exactly.
So what kind of guy you go for?
What kind?
do you want like a Hmong guy?
You know what? I'm open.
Or do you want like a big black strong guy? Because I have a lot of friends that are black. There's nothing wrong with that.
You know, I am open to date any nationality. I feel like as long as they meet a certain criteria, you know, they're honest, they're loyal, I could trust them. And being a single mom, I think it's more difficult to date as a single mom because the standards are different. Yeah.
So, have you experienced any? Because I know you growing up, you were dating a lot of Hmong guys. Have you ever dated like anybody that?
I wouldn't say like date as of like have a long-term relationship with, but I've been on dates with different nationalities.
What's the difference of the Hmong and different nationality?
Let me see. What's the difference?
Have you ever slept with like somebody different, like someone different from
the Hmong? Yes, I've had.
Okay, which is better?
Which is better? You know what? I can't say because everyone's different.
Okay. Yeah. Because for me, from my experience, I only had sex with one Hmong chick.
Okay.
She was the one that broke my virginity, but she was older.
Okay.
I was 18. She was like, I want to say like 30. So she was pretty cool, but like we always say, we're like, yo, like the Mexican chick and like the white chick and the black chick, like, it was like, we're like, it's totally different. For me,
different as of what? They're more freaky.
Yeah, like freaky or like more open to things and like that, right? So like, I had sex with like black girls. Some of them they're a little bit more mellow.
Okay.
I haven't met a freaky black girl before, but like the Mexican and the white, they're the really freaky one. And like I said, I never know about the Hmong girl because I haven't been with enough to like put them in the category or to kind of have like statistic in my statistic, right? And a lot of my friends, they'll like tell me, they're like sex is cool, like me and my girl, we don't really experience and all that. I'm like, oh shit, that sucks, dude. Because for me, I like to experience. Like I like to do some stupid shit.
Yeah.
Like for you, if you don't mind asking, are you that type of girl? Like, because in the Hmong community, you're not supposed to be freaky. You're supposed to like be like the. You're not supposed to turn. Yeah, like you're supposed to like be more. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Are you that? Do you like to like explore your sexuality?
So I feel like exploring your sexuality is very important.
Yeah, it is. It is important. It's a big part of life.
Yeah, and it's a big part of you.
Yeah.
And yes, you're right. As a Hmong woman growing up, we're not taught those things, but and it's not something that we should really look into. You know, I feel like but then growing up and doing your research about things, I feel like it's really important to experience or dig deeper into your sexuality. I feel like it's an important factor of yourself.
Yeah.
So for me, yes, I am open to things. Because like what you said, I would say some Hmong guys are not open to.
Oh yeah, I know a lot of them.
Stuff,
I know a lot of them.
Like just different stuff.
Yeah, I'm like, you never ate boho before? You never tossed salad? So let me tell you something, all right? I was like, don't bring your girl around me, all right? If you ain't my boy, don't bring your girl around me, all right? I'm gonna toss some salad. Like it's nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with it.
I think a lot of guys or Hmong guys, they're like, no, I'll never do that.
Yeah, they're kind of shy about it. I think it's just being shy about it and not
communicating it. I think that's one big thing about it, is that not communicating to your partner about things that you like.
Yeah, and I feel like everyone has their needs.
Yeah.
Their own needs. And let's just say you're having an intimate session with your partner, and like you never experienced an orgasm, and it's just like
it's sad.
It's sad. That is
so
really
sad.
That is really sad. And I feel like, I don't know, like if that's not gonna happen, it's not gonna work.
Yeah. Okay. So I know this girl. I know this chick. She told me, she was like, she's a little bit older. At that time, I want to say I was like probably like 28, 29. She was like 34. So she's like a little bit older than me. And she told me, she was like, I never experienced an orgasm before. She was like, I experienced it by myself, but nobody had ever like, no guy had ever like made me orgasm. And I was like, what the fuck? I was like, are you serious? She's like, yeah. She's like, none of the guys that I talked to or gone out with never like put me in that state. So she was like, it's okay. She's like, I don't really care. I was like, what do you mean you don't care?
Yeah.
Cause I was like, for me, I wanna bust. Like,
yeah, I think it's easier for guys to bust than a female.
Not me. I'm kind of hard.
Oh, okay. So, but then I know it's harder for a woman to climax and have an orgasm, and maybe that's why certain women or women in general, sometimes they really don't care because they're a people's pleaser.
Yeah. See, for me and Chinmen, we always say no. We like to please first.
Yeah.
Like for me, that turned me on.
Yeah.
Because don't get me wrong, when I was a little bit younger, that's all I care. It was like me and my stuff only. I don't really care about the woman. All right. Yeah. If I bust, I bust. You don't. Hey, bad for you. You know what I mean? It is a race. You know, it's a race to climax.
Yeah.
But now that I'm older, I'm like, no, that turned me on more. Like when I know that when I see her climaxing and like having an orgasm, I'm like, oh, that excites me. Cause I'm like, girl, I'm about to make you bust and I'm about to give you dick. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna make you come again. Like you about to have the like we all tell girl like you can have the best night of your night. Like we gonna do that to you. Not to be cocky or anything, but cause like I said, cause I know a lot of Hmong guys, they don't. Some of my friends like are really like traditional. They don't really. They say they don't really do a lot of foreplaying. Yeah. And I'm like, dude, that's the best.
Yeah.
I fucking love foreplaying. Like I was like, especially like.
I think that is important. That's important, and it's a part of the intimate session.
Yeah. Have you ever got a guy that just kind of like don't want to go down on you and what? Just want to go in, just bust, cause a lot of girls, they tell me that they're like, yeah, like there's guys where they don't want to go down on me and they want me to go down on them, but after that they just want to like have sex and that's it. Yeah. I'm like, damn, that's sad. So have you experienced that?
Have I experienced that? No, I haven't.
Okay.
No, I haven't.
Yeah. Oh, so you're pretty lucky then.
I'm pretty lucky.
You're pretty lucky. Have you ever got your salad tossed?
Wait, what is that? I don't know what that is.
Tossing salad? Like getting your butthole eat?
No, I have not.
You never?
So I feel like that's a new trend. Like that's like.
No, I've been doing that ever since I was like young. I've been tossing salad ever since I was young. Maybe because I was a freaky dude. I don't know.
I noticed that like that's more popular now.
Yeah.
Like it is more popular, but no, I have not had that experience.
Have you ever tried anal before?
Have I ever tried? Yes, I have.
Did you like it?
No, I don't. It's not a preference.
No?
No.
Because I don't know, but a lot of girls these days, they kind of like, it's kind of weird, but they kind of like my thumb on the, like, pressure on the butt.
Oh.
And I did that to one girl and she was like, I don't like that.
Yeah.
I'm like, bitch, you weird. What the fuck? I was like, a lot of the girls that I done to, they love it. Like, what? Like, have anybody ever done that to you before? Like, just put them poop around the butthole.
No.
Yeah. No?
I don't like anything around my butthole.
See, like, that's me too. But I'm a man, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I always joke around. I was like, even when I'm, like, naked and having sex, I still look behind me because I don't trust anybody. And, like, the last partner I had, she was like, she was like, try to lick it. I was like, yo, gone too far. She's like, what are you talking about? I was like,
trying to toss yourself.
She tried to toss my salad. Cause that's the new trend where.
Yeah.
Cause I know I have boys. They're like, bro, you gotta get it tossed. I'm like, nah, bro. Like nothing goes in there or like around it, like nothing.
So you know what it is? I think because like guys, they have a G spot just like a female.
That's what I heard. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but it's called P spot, and that stimulates your prostate. So that's probably why too.
Yeah, a lot of my friends are like, dude, I have like the best orgasm while she lick it or she put
her like pressure.
Or pressure.
Finger pressure, or even in your perineum. That's
So that's
like that would trigger the men's P spot. Yeah.
See, for me, I'm like, dude, I'm old school. Boo boo. I'll do freaky stuff, but I'm old school. You don't go near that. Like, there's no pressure because I tell my friend, one of my close friends, he was like, bro, you had to try it. He was like, it's crazy. He's like, you can't say that you don't like it if you don't try it. I was like, dude, because I know that once you pass a threshold. You want to find like the next threshold, right? So I was like, bro, imagine you're enjoying the licking and the little pressure, and then one day you're gonna be like, yo, put a finger in there, and you're like, yo, put two fingers in there. You know what? Strap on. I was like, thank you. I'm like, no, I don't want to go through that. I was like, I know the human mind how it works. Like, I was like, nah, I don't want to. I don't want to open the gate of hell and go too far. I was like, nah, I'm cool. I like my just not freaky, but like. Rough sex, I'm cool with that. Yeah. There's no behind me, nothing like that. It's kind of weird to me. And it's nothing wrong with guys that like it. You know, you do you, boo boo.
Yeah. Exactly.
But for me, I'm like, nah.
Just not your thing.
Not my thing. So, what's the freakiest thing you done?
The freakiest
sexual.
Excuse me. I don't know.
Have you ever done like a threesome?
No.
No.
I'm pretty. I want.
Would you ever try to do a threesome?
No, I don't think I would.
No. Why?
I'm greedy. I'm greedy with who.
But I mean,
or just like spontaneously.
Yeah.
No, I don't think I would.
Like you and your friend, y'all going out and y'all met a dude and you're like, fuck it, let's just do a threesome. Who cares?
I think I would have to be like really intoxicated.
Really?
Yeah.
So you never want to experience that?
No, that's not on my to-do list.
It's pretty cool, you know, experiencing that as a dude. Yeah. Having two female.
Okay. I don't know.
I mean, I experienced that. I did the two dude and one female and the two female and me. You know, I experienced that, both of that.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I know it's kind of like out the norm for like Hmong guys and all that, but I was like, dude, experience it. You know, and for me, I'm really big of like, this is America. You know, I grew up in the Western time. Like till this day, like my dad knew that. He knew that I'm not gonna get married to a Hmong girl.
Yeah.
Or like he knows that I'm not. I just say that I dated other race more than a Hmong girl. I never brought a Hmong girl home before. I brought other race, you know, but for me, I never brought a Hmong girl. And then now he was like, now he don't even ask me. He was like, dude, just get married. Just get married and have kids.
Come down to that. Yeah, pretty much.
And then my mom, she always wanted me to get married to a Hmong girl, but I was like, Mom, I don't.
That's just not what you're attracted to.
It's not that I'm not no, don't get me wrong. There's a Hmong girl that I'm like, god damn. But for me, I don't know. Like I just never have the chance to like. I mean, when I was younger, I have a lot of chance like talking to Hmong girl and dating Hmong girls and all that. But I never. Now I'm just like, whoever come. Like I don't care about nationality. Yeah. I was like, if she's that person, then she's gonna be the person. Yeah, you know, I don't really care if she's Hmong, white, black, Mexican.
Yeah.
A woman's a woman.
Exactly.
Except a trans. Can I say trans? Transgender.
Transgender.
Yeah. So now we're talking about sex. Okay, so the freakiest stuff you ever done?
You know what? I don't know. I've never. I told you. I haven't experienced that side.
Have you been choked?
Have I been choked?
Yeah.
I don't. Now I gotta think about my.
Think about it. Yeah. You know.
Yes, I've been choked.
Okay. Do you like it?
Yes.
Because some girls like choke me harder. I'm like, girl, I don't want to kill you. She's like, no, choke me harder. I'm like, oh, okay. Because I like it.
Yeah.
I like choking girls and.
Like coming from a man's perspective, like how does it feel? What makes it more pleasurable to you?
I don't think it's pleasurable. I think it is the me pleasing her and then
seeing the enjoyment.
Yeah. Okay. Like especially like when I choke her and she's like making all these faces and I'm like, oh my god, she's enjoying it. I don't know if she's faking it or what, but hey, she's enjoying it. And I'm loving it. And I did say this on the podcast before. I got choked once. Like this, I choked her. And then she kind of like we were like having sex and she kind of like came down and like kind of just put pressure on my neck. I'm like, holy shit, I kind of like it. Like it just got a little bit more intense. I'm like, oh shit. And she slapped me. I'm like, all right, I kind of like that. Like all right, and that's just me experiencing like sexuality. Yeah. It doesn't, like I say to guys, like we tell to the younger generation, like it's nothing wrong with like doing things experiencing things. Mm-hmm. Like for me, probably never ever do the anal play pub.
But other things.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like it's important. It's fun, you know. It just and especially when you're in a relationship, I feel like that is really important to keep that intimacy going.
Yes. Something new too.
Yeah, something new. It's exciting.
Have you ever done role play?
Role play? No, I haven't.
No, for like Halloween, like
no.
You dress up like Michael Myers, and then you're in the house, and you're cleaning. He comes in like rah, and then have sex with you. None of that. No. Damn. Or like Freddy Krueger.
No.
Like you act like you're sleeping. He's like in your dream, and then he's like he come up in real life.
Oh my god.
There's none of that, huh? Wow.
None of that yet.
Well, maybe because I was a little bit younger and it kind of, I think it was in like my generation where like, yeah. Okay, so last question. I always want to ask this. Would you ever do an OnlyFans?
So I did. All
right, so give the links out. Give the links out for other guys.
Yeah. Okay, so I had a lot of people like messaging me like, you should open up an OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Stuff like that because of like you take pictures, stuff like that. And so I did, and it was just for me to like get a feel for it, see what OnlyFans is really about. And I did it for a while, and I was just like, you know what? Like, it's a lot of work. Like,
oh, is it?
Yeah, it's more than what you really think it is. But so I did it for a while, and then I got busy with like work and stuff, and so I stopped. But then like, more power to the people who do have OnlyFans and who are really active. And because, you're a content creator. And, and it's just, for me, I'm like, dang, like, because I did. I subbed to a few girls.
Oh, shit.
And I subbed to, like, a few guys. And I'm like, dang. Like, guys, I feel like guys who has OnlyFans is really easy.
Oh, is it?
It's so easy. They, like, it's just so easy for them to have one.
Yeah.
And then for women, it's just, like, if you're doing a solo and you're not doing it with your partner or anything like that, then I feel like it's just, like, you have to come up with content all the time. And I feel like with a woman, it's different because there's different expectations from your viewers. And then people want certain stuff, which, like, at that time I was open to, like, different stuff, like, upon request, that's totally fine. But then you're the creator of your content. So whatever you put out there, and you will find the people that do subscribe to your OnlyFans. Yeah.
So did you get paid pretty good? Like,
you know what? I think when I first, because I started it and I wasn't sure. I was getting a feel for it, and it was decent, I would say. But man, more power to the girls who are out there hustling,
killing it.
Yeah, killing it. Because man, I don't know if I couldn't do it.
Because I watch YouTube and like some girl that will talk about it, right? Like on podcasts. They're like, yeah, I made like 7-digit. I was like,
yeah.
What?
No, yeah, but then
what?
Like, it's just like you have to really put yourself out there. You have to put in the time for the work. It's like they may make it seem like it's so easy to do, but it's
nothing easy about content.
Yeah, it's not.
It's also a hustle. So
it's a hustle.
I know some girl, they're like, yeah, I'll be on my phone like
all day,
all
like
night. Texting guys, and I'm like,
it's like it's nonstop.
Yeah. So would you ever go back and do it in the future if you do have time?
So I think I need to re-verify my account or something like that. But then I don't know. We'll see how things go, because as you know from my Instagram, I just recently went to a photo mob.
Oh, okay.
Local photo mob, and I kind of network with a few other different photographers. And I was like, dang, like, this is pretty dope. I really do enjoy taking pictures. And I don't know, maybe it might just bring that back up. I'm not sure.
Yeah, because I know a lot of girl that does a lot of like photography or like modeling. They kind of killed it in OnlyFans. And I guess like you say, maybe it's not priority right now, but I know some girl that just do that or like do modeling and doing that on the side, and they're killing it.
Yeah, it's just I want to say, when you're on OnlyFans, people think that is only for sexual content. It's not. It's really open about anything. And when you do get your subscribers, depending on what you're trying to put out there, they kind of have that expectation. And sometimes, not every subscriber is for you, and that's okay too. So
your content, what's your content, if you don't mind me asking?
My content was just mainly like me in lingerie. I'm all about body positivity and stuff like that. But I did I thought about reopening up my OnlyFans, but changing my content
to much. More like
More like, you know, like woman motivator and stuff like that.
Oh, okay. I thought you were gonna talk about like women to women. I'm like, oh shit. No, okay, I guess. Yeah, go for it. There's nothing wrong with that.
No, not women to women, but you know, like just that, just stuff like that. Because, because that's what I'm all about. You know, supporting other women. You know, being there for women who don't really have anybody there. Yeah. Just uplifting one another. So I think that would be
pretty cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
See, I never bought OnlyFans before. Like for me, I'm like, I don't want to. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, yeah, you're supporting the creator, the content creator. But for me, I'm like, if I'm gonna do that, I might as well just watch porn and get it done with, cause I had other shit to do. Yeah. Cause one of my buddy, he like that. Like, he'll like buy other girls that like subscribe to them. And for me, I thought that OnlyFans was just like pornography, like all that, right? And he's like, no, dude. He's like, this girl that I follow that just do lingerie, or this girl that just do feet pics, and kind of like wet t-shirt content, right? And I'm like, damn, they're killing it. He's like, yeah, dude, they're killing it.
Yeah, and like even for your podcast, you could open up an OnlyFans for your podcast.
Oh, damn, for real. See, me and Chimmy always wanted to do an OnlyFans.
Yeah, so like you guys could even do like a OnlyFans, maybe do like a $5 monthly subscription. Yeah. And you know, you guys could do, I don't know, explicit stuff. Talk about explicit stuff.
That's one of the things that me and Chimmen been trying to do. Like, we're trying to find girls that do OnlyFans and like that do work in the adult industry. And we're like, yo, that'll be freaking dope. Yeah. You know, getting to talk to girls like that and understanding that, because me and Chimmen, like I say, well, we're not old school. We're really open to like that, like into the adult industry. And me and Chimmen all say like, yo, if my girl do OnlyFans, fuck yeah, like let's do it. Like, me and Chimmen always joke around like, dude, we should start our own OnlyFans. Like, we'll just jerk off to it or whatever, you know. And me and Chimmen were like, damn, we're not blessed with like a big dong. I was like, dude, if I have like a 12-inch penis, I was like, I would start my OnlyFans already.
You know, but then it's just not adult content. It could be from anything from learning how to do certain things. Yeah. It's just like another YouTube. Yeah. I know that there's like some girls that sing on there, that do music in there. I was like, y'all do music, or like they'll do like a cooking shows. I was like, or you could pretty much do anything from. Like what you said, learn how to make a meal or something. Yeah. Or, you know, like lifting and stuff. Yeah. Yeah. Or you could do, so you could just do so much on there. It's just not sexual
Not stuff. Just, adult content. Oh, that's cool, though. I didn't know you did adult content. Yeah. That's pretty cool.
But it's, man.
So much work.
Yeah, it's a lot of work.
That's why I tell people, like, a lot of people like, oh, like, is it pretty hard doing, like, starting a podcast? And I was like, it's a lot of time. Like, you have to learn how to edit. You have to learn how to color grade. You know, you have to learn how to work the cameras and then get mics and hook things up and do all that. I was like, if you want to start, do it. Go for it. You know, but it's a lot of work.
Yeah, it is. Like, I mean, that's anything in general.
Anything in general.
You know? Yeah. But then once it starts picking up, that's when all that time invested is worth it. You know.
Okay, so before we end this, what's the future look for you? Like,
the future.
What's the plan?
The plan? Well, I am working on establishing my business right now.
Oh, let's talk about that. Yeah.
So, I've been lashing for March would be 3 years.
Okay, so that's like eyelash, right?
Yeah, eyelashes, and then I just got certified this year for brows. So I'm trying to build my brow clients and my lash clients right now. So that's what the future looks like. Cause
you're working with your partner with one of the girl, right? What's her face? Hula.
Yeah. So she's a really good friend of mine, and I took her class, and yeah. So you know, I'm learning from her as well. Well, I took her class already, but I did have an apprenticeship with her too. Okay. And so, you know, she kind of helped me start that up. Okay. Within the brow industry.
Are you still a nurse?
So.
Damn, girl, you do a lot of things.
Yeah, I do a lot of things, girl. I do a lot of things. I do still work in the health industry as well. Okay. But my main goal is to, like, you know, to really just invest in my business and
grow from there.
Grow from there. Yeah. So I'm like growing apart from the health industry because I've been in it for so long, And it's just, you know,
I feel you.
Yeah. And it's just like, you know, anything's possible now, and you just gotta chase what you're passionate about.
Yeah, because I think before the pandemic, or like in the middle of the pandemic, your sister was she was making like the face mask.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think I hit her up, and me and her were kind of talking, and then I was like, "No, I'm just playing with you." I was like, "I don't want to get it," and then she was like, "Oh, you should." She was like, it was kind of like a conversation. I was like, "I'm about to quit." She's like, "Why is that?" I was like, "I just been in the health industry for so long that I'm tired of it."
Mm-hmm, yeah.
For me, I'm like, because I don't want to go to school.
Mm-hmm.
Cause I was like, because I was going to school for my PTA, right? And I was like, it didn't work out because of the pandemic hit and all that. I was like, whatever, I'm not gonna want to go back no more.
Yeah.
And then people was like, why don't you just scale up? I was like, dude, in the health career, you can't scale up if you don't have a degree.
Yeah.
I was like, I already scaled up to the top now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, and there's nowhere for me to go. I was like, and I don't want to go back to school, so it gets really boring.
Yeah.
And especially right now that it's so short, it's a mess. And I work for the state, so we get mandated like crazy.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, I'm over it. Like,
Yeah.
I'm done.
Yep.
I'm like, when I can find like a second income or third income where I can like make more than what I make at work. Deuces.
Yeah, no, seriously.
And people was like, oh, dude, you work for the state, like you should wait there for 20 more years and you get your benefit. Fuck that. What the fuck am I gonna do there for 20 more, like 27 more years? No, 24 more years. I was like, fuck that. Like, no.
Yeah.
Like, getting paid $20 an hour? I'm like, fuck no.
Yeah.
Then like, you just put like invest in like your 401k, and because state they do really good, they meet up with you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, nah, dude, I'm cool. I'm cool. I'll take that money out because when you work in there more than 5 years, they invest in you, right? And then if you retire or you quit, you can pull that money out.
Yeah.
And for me, I'm like, I pull that money out. I had to invest into another business, like other things where I could scale it up and make more money. I was like, no, I was like, I want to retire when I'm like 40. I don't want to retire when I'm like 65.
Yeah.
Like, no.
Yeah.
So for you're kind of tired of it.
Yeah.
So right now you're just waiting for you to scale up your business, get more income from work. Cause where you work at now?
I would keep that private.
Oh
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah. Let's not tell them. Yeah, you're a woman. For me, I'm like, I work for the state. I work at the home. But yeah, so how long have you been working there?
I've been there for, I want to say 4 years probably.
Oh shit,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah, I've been there for a while. But I've just been in the industry for so long. And,
yeah.
You know, like growing up, I've always been passionate about nursing.
Yeah.
Passionate about beauty. And so now it's just like, I think it's time for me to kind of branch out into the beauty industry. So
yeah. For me, I'm always like, I always want to help. And like, the medical field was so weird because I never thought about being a nurse. At that time, growing up, I was like, nurses for women.
Yeah.
And then my brother was CNA. Then my dad was like, dude, just go. Because at that time, I was just fucking around. Like, party, drinking, you know.
Going
out with women and all that. So my dad was like, dude, you got to do something in your life. Don't be a loser. Yeah. So dad's like, how about you go do CNAs? And I'm like, the fuck? I was like, that's nursing. I was like, that's for girls. Like, no guy do that. I was like, I was like, no, my brother. I was like, that's his thing. And then my dad was like, just go, just try it out. You like it, you like it.
Yeah.
And I went and I kind of like fell in love with it because I'm like, it was something so new and it was something that I could like help. And I'm like, oh shit, I kind of like it.
Yeah.
And then now like you said, you know, I think I kind of got jaded. I kind of just like kind of fell in love with it. I'm like, don't get me wrong, like, I still want to help, but I want to help in a different way now.
Yeah, exactly. And that's where I feel like, because, you know, like in nursing or anything medical, you have to be a caring person.
Yeah.
And so I feel like me branching out to the beauty industry, I'm still caring for other women, you know, and I love making another woman feel beautiful about herself.
Yeah, it's a fulfilling you.
Yeah, it's a fulfilling feeling, you know? And so that's why it's still caring, but it's caring for a different population.
Yes.
So that's where I'm at. Yeah,
for me, I'm like so big on fashion. And that's like one of my biggest goals, like to help guys like find themselves.
Yeah.
And especially like bigger guys, because I seen big guys that like out on the street or like at the club and like they're just so shy and they don't want to put themselves out there.
Yeah.
Like I said one time, this bigger dude, he brought his girl with him. And I don't know if you know, but me and my buddy, we like to dance.
Yeah.
So when we're at the club, we're not doing it as a creep, like in a creepy way, or like try to pull girls. We're there to have fun. Like when we go out, we're like, yo, we're going out, we're gonna have fun.
Yeah.
So this girl kind of like was digging me, and then she came over. We were dancing. At that time, I didn't know that she was with a dude or they were a friend, or I think they were a friend. But I know for sure he liked her. I was like, dude, I've been in your shoes, dude. I know.
Yeah.
And me and her were making out, and he was holding her purse and all that. And then at the end of the night, I was like, yo, let's get out of here. And she's like, oh, I can't. I'm like, bitch, we were just making out on the dance floor, like doing some freaky shit. Like, what the fuck? What do you mean? No. I was like, what do you mean you can't? And then she's like, oh, I'm with my friend. And the dude was right there. And I was like, oh, fuck. I feel so bad, dude. And like, that's one of my biggest goals, like to like help guys and like to find the confidence, especially bigger guys. And I mean, this is like smaller guys out there that don't have confidence or like dressing up and like a little bit too afraid to like kind of go out of the norm. I remember taking one of my coworker to go find a suit for our Christmas party, and he was like, oh, I'll just go with a black tie. I was like, no, bro. I was like I'm gonna take you, we gonna get you like a new, like a fly suit. Yeah. I'm taking to a suit place, and we're looking through it, and then I was like putting up his outfit. He was like, no, it's too much, because I kind of put him in like a polka dot undershirt with a bow tie. Yeah. He's like, no, it's too much. He's like, I'll just go with the I was like, no, bro, trust me. Yeah. And I think the gay dude that worked in there, he came in, he's like, you should listen to your friend. He knows what he's talking about. I was like, bro, I'm telling you. And then and guess what? He got it, brought it to the Christmas party, and he got compliments. He was like, bro, I got so much compliments. I was like, I told you. Yeah. I was like, I told you. Stop the norm. Like, try things out. There's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, there's nothing wrong. And he's a little bit older, so I was like, dude, let me help you find yourself again. Because at that time, I think he got like a divorce, and he kind of just like down on himself and kind of lost that motivation to like kind of go out. I'm like, let me help you find yourself. Pay me a little bit of money, I'll find the fire in you. Yeah, so I'm like in the same boat as you.
Yeah, that's good. And because I could relate to that, because I think when you've been through that, you kind of want to be that person to other people. That's going through that. And I feel that so much, because when I was going through everything that I'd been through, I didn't have that person for me. It's more of I don't want to turn to people, I don't want to maybe bring my problems to them. And so you learn to be that person for another person. And that's why I said, like, I'm more of like supporting other women, being there for them. And I've had a few experiences where I'm just uplifting people who's gone through things difficult times in their lives, and and try to rebuild their confidence, like what you said. Yes, because I see that in you. I see you like confident woman. I'm like, damn, Tina's killing it. Me and Chinmen were talking. I told Chinmen, I was like, yo, I got Tina to the podcast. He's like, oh shit, really? I was like, yeah. And then we were talking about that. We're like, yo, like, it's crazy how we know you from like kids and like growing up and seeing you, and then like going through a divorce, and now you're like uplifting, you're positive, like you're doing things you love, and not like letting other people, especially the mom community, like bring you down. And I'm like, yo, that to me, I'm like, that is the goal. Like, that is what inspired us too, like to keep going. Yeah, like women like you guys. Thank you. Y'all killing it. You killing it. Thank you. So anybody out there, we're gonna end this podcast. We're gonna bring you back. All right. So you're gonna be. I want to say you're gonna be a what's that word I'm looking for? A monthly, a daily?
Yeah, a monthly guest. All right. I like talking to you. All right, guys. So before we end this podcast, how can they find you? Your social media.
You guys can find me on Instagram on my personal, which is Tina. You'll tag me, right?
Yeah. I'll tag you, and I'll put down your links.
And then my beauty page is Beautified by Tina X, and then you guys can also follow me on TikTok.
You do TikTok?
I have a few TikToks, but then like my beauty page,
Okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to grow that too. Because it's just like free advertisement.
It is.
Much, yeah.
But I talk so much shit about TikTok. I was like, people were like, dude, you gotta start your TikTok.
No, you do for your podcast.
I mean, like for the podcast and like for me, because before we end this, let's talk about this. Because I see TikTok and a lot of people like dance on TikTok, right? And for me, I'm such a huge fan of dancing. Mm-hmm. And to me, I'm like, dance is an art. Yeah. You express it through from your perspective and how the way you feel, right? Yeah. And then now you see all these kids doing the same thing, and they're not expressing themselves. They're just doing other people's.
It's just trending.
Yeah, it's just trending, right? And I'm like, I don't fuck with that. I was like, no, like music. I was like I said, dancing is art. You're supposed to express your dance. Yeah, you're supposed to do it in your own individual way. And I'm like, yo, these clowns ain't dancing. Like these ain't dancer. And like, a lot of them are like, oh, I'm a dancer on TikTok. I'm like, you ain't no fucking dancer. Like, get the fuck out of here. All you do is just same shit over and over. And I talk so much shit. And this one time I was like, dude, I'm about to call out all these TikTok dancers. Like, I'm about to start it and do it. But I'm like, because I don't want to be a negative person. I'm like, I don't want my brand to be that person. So I talk so much shit. A lot of my friends like, dude, you had to start a TikTok because TikTok is so hot right now. Yeah. Like, if you're gonna grow, you had to.
You have to. It's just free marketing.
That's
what it is. It's not like you're not gonna be a TikTok dancer. You're gonna be a podcast.
Maybe I want to.
I mean, you can start your own TikTok dance. Yeah. But then on top of that, it's just a way to market yourself.
That's true.
It's free advertisement.
It is.
Much. It really is. And then not just that, like topics that you talk about, it kind of interests people, and they'll follow your social media. You know? And you get your viewers from there.
Yeah, I'm so bad because I don't know why. Because I think I'm getting older. I'm like, that's for a younger generation. Yeah. I'm like, I don't know, but my friend, a lot of them are like, dude, you had to do it.
Yeah, you should start. You need to start one.
So let's go back to you. So you say your TikTok. How they follow you on TikTok? What's your name?
I don't know my TikTok name right now.
Oh, do you have it on your Instagram and all that?
No, I'm actually in the middle of editing my Instagram.
Okay.
So yeah, I'll probably put up a link tree or something.
Okay. Yeah. Or just tell me. Just find the link to your TikTok. Send it to me. And then I'll put it on the links under.
So. Yeah, I'm not too active, but I have one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, that, and then Instagram. That's pretty much it. Facebook for my beauty page.
Right? Yeah,
for my beauty page.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, Tina, thank you so much for coming in. I know we just talk about more about sex and all that, but that's one of the big thing that we want to. Me and Chimmy always want to bring girls in.
That's fine. I'm open for the topics, man.
I love it. Yeah. So, guys, if you guys like Tina, like I said, go follow her on her Instagram, her Facebook, social media accounts, and we'll see you guys next week. Thank you, guys.
All right.
Peace.
Thank you, bye.
Thank you, Tina.